Hi, I'm Sydney Folk, and tonight I'm going to talk about my favorite holiday. Scary movies, costumes, and scare wins. All these things have to do with my favorite holiday, which is Halloween. Ever since I was young, I've had a love for this holiday and the time of year. My mom has a lot to do with it, as I grew up indulging in all Halloween has to offer. When I was younger, my sister and I always enjoyed getting ourselves looking scary for Halloween. I remember one year specifically, she dressed up as an evil pirate and I was a little dead girl in a white dress who had been killed by the pirate. I remember this costume specifically because we had thousands of pictures from that night. This is when my love for the holiday started. A different year, I dressed up scary and went to my cousin's house. On the front porch, we set up a table and I laid on top of it with a white sheet over me. Anytime a trick-or-treater came up, I shot up screaming and it was a lot of fun to scare people. As I got older, I enjoyed finally watching scary movies during the time of year. My favorite specifically is the classic Halloween. I don't remember what exact age my parents finally let me watch this, but it instantly became one of my favorites. Another thing that I love about Halloween is the treats and decorations. I always loved putting decorations in the yard as a kid, and we had a graveyard set with skulls and bones that I would set up in our yard. I was such a perfectionist about it, and I had to have everything looking just right and all the bones set up perfectly. I also loved looking at other people's decorations. Our next door neighbor had life-size statues of Michael Myers, Freddy, and countless other classic scary movie characters. Growing up, we always made fun treats like pumpkin cookies or skull cupcakes. My favorite was the pumpkin sugar cookies because my sister and I would always sneak a couple of raw ones before Mom put them in the oven, and we always got caught. One year, we did skull cupcake with gravestones. The icing was purple, and my mom let me put green sprinkles on them for grass. I got to write what I wanted on the gravestone with edible gel writing. I never knew all the memories I was making that I can still remember and look back on today. Besides all the sweets and decorations, fall weather is another reason I love this time of year. For me, there's nothing better than putting on fuzzy socks, sweats, and huddling up under a thick blanket and drinking something hot. Bonfires and scary stories are my favorite, and we always have s'mores and sit around the fireplace on the back porch, and my dad would tell us scary stories, which would usually end up making us laugh more than actually be scared, because he couldn't help but make us laugh. About 4 years ago, I started to go to Scarowinds with my friends. It's basically Carowinds with a bunch of scary people walking around dressed in costumes and scary mazes to go through. My first time I went, I was terrified, but I also loved getting scared. They had several different mazes, including Clown Town, Zombie High School, which is my favorite, Asylum, and Core Maze. All of these are different in their own way, and definitely scary. The scariest one is the corn maze. The workers in the maze are dressed up like corn stalks, so you literally don't have a clue where they are until they are right next to you screaming in your ear. For me, it's really just the loud noises that scare me and not so much the people. And that's why every time I go through one, I'm holding one ear and grabbing someone with my other hand. The Shelby Corn Maze is also somewhere I used to go to a lot with friends. I know the haunted corn maze like the back of my hand because of how many times I've done it. In the end, Halloween is not just my favorite holiday because of the things I get to experience. It's because of all the memories that come with it. Countless memories that have made me the Halloween loving person that I am. Thank you for listening to my speech about my favorite holiday.